Well, hey, my name is Matt, and I'm here to talk to you today about making disciples. And so we look at Matthew 28:18-20, and Jesus came and told his disciples, I have been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples. Now, the second command outside of go, Jesus is now saying, make disciples. And when it comes to making disciples, it has to be something that is an intentional piece of the process. I've been discipled by many people growing up, and they know who they are, so I want to give a special thank you. But when you're discipling people, what you want to do is you want to create goals with them. And so what is it that they want to do? Do they want to be the best Christian husband or wife? Do they want to be a servant leader at their job? Do they want to be a pastor or be in some type of ministry? But working out the goal of the discipleship process. When you're meeting, you have to be intentional on meeting, whether that's once a week, every other week, once a month, because it's hard to make a disciple that isn't available. And a lot of people will often ask, what should I use when it comes to making disciples? Well, a good place to start would be the Bible. Make the Bible the cornerstone of the work and let the Holy Spirit do the growing of the work. And so next we want to talk about, well, what is the goal of a disciple maker? But before we get to that, let's look at two different 15-year plans. In Discipleship by Addition, my goal is to talk to a new person every day for an entire year for 15 years. At the end of year 1, I have discipled 365 people. In year 2, I add 365 more people for a total of 720. And I do this repeatedly, adding one person a day until at the end of 15 years, I have discipled 5,475 people. That's a lot of people. But what if we could get more? In Discipleship by Multiplication, my goal is to disciple one person over 1 year's time to equip them to reproduce the process. At the end of year 1, there's 2. At the end of year 2, there's 4. At the end of year 3, there's 8, and so on, until at the end of year 15, there are 32,768 disciples. I hope my math is correct. A disciple maker makes disciples that make disciples. That's multiplication. That's the difference between multiplication and addition. And lastly, as you pray about this situation, pray over this. That is going to be the biggest takeaway, to pray over and over and over. Let the Holy Spirit do the work. If it's all about you, it becomes very difficult because you will get in the way. Let the Holy Spirit take over. Let Jesus be the authority in it.